How's it? Indian Cowboy, docsports.com. Arun Shiva here, coming at you on Thursday, October the 17th. As we get this video to you around this time, have your free pick winner in just a second between Boston College and Virginia Tech. Hello, I'm Indian Cowboy, and this is Doc Sports. Indian Cowboy has been around for a cool 19 years, and Doc Sports has been around for 53 years. I have a doctorate and a master's in Biostatistics. That's how these algorithms work. Welcome to my free daily podcast. Our best selections are at docsports.com under Arun Shiva or Indian Cowboy. Our next best selections are our free picks and leans, which is the daily video you're watching right now. And we, of course, have a popular YouTube premium teaching channel for $20 a month. You get a live show every day from Monday through Sunday. And that's the video that we do before our daily video, which means you have a massive advantage because you get the games before anybody else. The best lines, more than 200 games, all for just $20 a month. And it is a recorded podcast. You can re-listen to it at any point. You get a written summary at the end. Awesome value. Plus, you get to hang out with me in a live sitting, and you ask me any questions you want to. Normally, that live show comes at you around 9:30 Eastern every night. Okay, and that's Monday through Sunday. And it varies from time to time, but it always comes. And the daily video always comes. And we're getting to a point where we're doing really well on YouTube Premium, consistency-wise. But I just did this YouTube Premium video about an hour ago. Gave you the Mets, Dodgers, Denver, New Orleans in the NFL, Duke, FSU, Boston College, Virginia Tech, Quintana in baseball, over-under in strikeouts, Vancouver, Florida, and NHL, New Jersey, Ottawa, WNBA, Minnesota, New York. And I even talked about Georgia State, Marshall over there on YouTube Premium. But let's go ahead and get to your free play winner today. And, what do I need to tell you? Well, we have a 7-unit NHL selection tonight. That goes off at 7:07. We have a 7-unit prop as well in baseball, which goes up at 5 o'clock. Know that we're on a 3-0 run with baseball or in props for plus 50-100. We had Manea yesterday. The props are really good right now. Yesterday we had Severino under 4.5 strikeouts. He only had 3. 4-unit winner on 7-unit on Tuesday. So 4-unit winner on Wednesday. On Tuesday we gave you a 7-unit winner on Cole under the 5.5 strikeouts. He had 4. And then on Monday, we gave you Manea over 5.5 strikeouts, and he had 7. So that was a plus 135 dog. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we've won every day this week in props. And as far as our NHL selection, we're 60% in the NHL this season. We can't wait to have a fantastic NHL season. We can't wait for you to join for the NHL season. And so we're looking forward to the 7-unit selection today. So I hope you join us for the 7-unit NHL, the 7-unit daily prop. The football card comes out today. We are going to have 6 selections for you this week. And we're going to have a fantastic week. College basketball countdown, just 17 days away, one of our favorite sports to handicap. 4-unit selection to Yankees and Cleveland today, 11 of 13 winning baseball playoffs. NBA starts in 5 days. I expect you to be on the NBA package because it's going to be a fantastic season. We're going to have a great season. Speaking of fantastic seasons, WNBA, we had that nice winner yesterday, right, on the 4-unit on the under between the Liberty and the Lynx. That brings us to about plus 1,600, I think, in the WNBA playoffs, plus 5,000 for the season in the WNBA. Someone asked about the NHL playoffs last year, by the way, which was plus 3,800. I'm going to go ahead and post that link for you so you have that PDF link so you can check it out if you'd like. Again, we have a 7-unit selection today. And WNBA now is on a plus 7,400 run after that big winner yesterday. And again, plus 5,000 on the WNBA season. So congrats to season clients. And MMA golf, we're going to close golf shop at the end of the year, but we're opening the daily prop shop because that's much more profitable and successful. Plus, we get to do it every day. And MMA, plus 6,300 on the year. All right, let's get your free play winner now. And I got about 9 for you here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 thoughts for you today. Okay, first one, your free play. The one I like the most is Virginia Tech. And I'm a fan of Virginia Tech. You can find them around 7.5. Look, I understand that Boston College comes off of a loss, which is worrisome. I get it. But I like Virginia Tech minus the 7.5. I think Boston College was shell-shocked from that game against Virginia when Virginia came back to beat them. Okay? And keep in mind that despite the fact that Boston College is good, they beat Western Kentucky by 1. They beat Michigan State by 4. They lost to Missouri by 6. They lose to really good teams by a close margin. But here's the thing with Virginia Tech. Okay, there's a couple things going on here. Boston College, number 1, has Louisville on deck. Okay, number 2, Virginia Tech only lost to Miami by 4. Miami's ranked 6th in the country. They lost to Rutgers by 3. Rutgers is a very good school. I mean, with Greg Schiano coaching it, and that's his destination job. They're a good program too. So they lost to 2 really good teams. Okay. And I understand they're 3-3, and that loss to Vanderbilt now looks pretty good, doesn't it? That 7-point loss to Vandy. So you have a team that's lost by 7, 3, and 4 by 14 points to 3 teams that are good. Vandy could easily be in the top 25. Okay, Vandy nearly beat Missouri. They beat my Alabama team, and they went on the road to beat Kentucky. I mean, I don't know what else you want Vanderbilt to do, and people aren't respecting Vanderbilt as much, which I think is wrong. But Vanderbilt is getting a lot of points, right, to be in the top 25. And I think that Virginia Tech makes a lot of sense here, minus a 7.5. Yeah, I mean, Boston College has a look ahead, not to mention the fact that Virginia Tech, had success against them last year, but that's not the main reason. Is I like Virginia Tech. I think Boston College looks ahead to this, the next game, and I think Virginia Tech's just a really good team. And Virginia Tech as favorites has done really well this year. They covered against Stanford as a favorite, 31-7. They covered against Old Dominion as a favorite, 37-7, when they were 16-point favorites. So, yeah. So my free play today is going to be on Virginia Tech minus a 7.5. As far as hockey is concerned, New Jersey and Ottawa, I like New Jersey here. New Jersey's 4-2, Ottawa's 2-1. New Jersey's off of a loss to Carolina. They had beaten Utah and Washington before that. Ottawa's off of a huge win against LA, 8-7. New Jersey won the last times these two teams met. So Ottawa does have some revenge here. But I like New Jersey on the bounce back here, and Ottawa to have a little bit of a letdown as well, coming off that huge win against LA when they scored 8 goals. I don't think they find the net that many times today, and I like New Jersey on the bounce back. Los Angeles and Montreal in hockey. I like Los Angeles. Los Angeles is 1-1, and Montreal is 2-2. LA has won this game the last 6 times. LA has lost its last 3 games in a row. Montreal comes off of a tough loss to Pittsburgh. I think this game can go either way, but I like LA here. They played very well against Ottawa and Boston and come off a horrible loss against Toronto, and I think they bounce back today. So give me the Kings, Vancouver and Florida. Give me the Canucks. I like Vancouver. Not a bad team at all. They are out of 0-3 out of the gates, but they come off another, but I actually think they've played really well. They've just happened to play some really good teams so far. And Florida's off of back-to-back wins, and I think they have a letdown. I don't see Florida winning 3 in a row here. And I think Vancouver just had a tough schedule out of the gates, and I'd like them to get their first win today. Tampa Bay and Vegas. I like Vegas here. Vegas is 3-1. Tampa Bay is 2-0. Vegas lost 2-4 to Washington, so they're off of a loss. Tampa Bay beat Vancouver and Carolina. They have won both games so far, but Tampa Bay has won both times these two teams have faced each other as well. From last year. So Vegas is off of a loss and has double revenge here. Small lean on Vegas. Dodgers and the Mets today in baseball. I like the under there. Dodgers won 8-0 yesterday. They won 4 of 5 coming in. Even the Dodgers have lost back-to-back games this Major League Baseball playoff season, but the Mets have not. I mean, Buehler went in there and rolled up an 8-0 win. Huge win for the Dodgers, despite having a massive ERA, but he came through and needed to come through. I think the Mets could bounce back here. I mean, you have Yamamoto and Quintana, but I can't go against Yamamoto because he has massive revenge against the Mets. So that's why I took the under, because Quintana also has revenge against the Dodgers, right? So Quintana went 5 innings and 2 hits and 1 run against Philadelphia, 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs against Milwaukee. He went 6 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs against the Dodgers last time. He struggled against the Dodgers last time, but 6 of Quintana's last 8 starts have been no runs, okay? And you have Yamamoto pissed off at the world, so I think he's going to pitch well too, and therefore I like the under between these two teams. Public percentages on this game, on this Dodger game, is around, let's see, it's about 71% of the over, so it does make sense for this game to go under. My free play today would have I don't want to give a total, that's why I didn't do it, but it would have either been Virginia Tech or this game would have been my free play. As far as Dallas and Washington in the NHL, I like the under there. Dallas has beat this team the last 5 times they've played. They did not play well against San Jose, though it still went into overtime. Happy for Washington, though. They're coming off a win. I think Washington has a letdown offensively here, and Dallas plays a lot better today, and therefore I like the under. As far as college football, my lean on Georgia State and Marshall in this game. I like Marshall here, and so Marshall lost to this team last year. And Marshall's coach used to coach at Alabama as well. Really good coaching pedigree. But Georgia State's lost back-to-back games, and I get that, and I worry about that. But at the same time, Marshall lost to Southern 23-24, and they had a terrible fourth quarter. I think Southern scored 21 points in the fourth quarter to win that game. That has to drive this team absolutely bonkers. And this is a team that lost to Georgia Southern by 1, and Georgia State lost to Georgia Southern by 17. I understand that Georgia State beat Vanderbilt, but at the same time, Marshall has played Ohio State this year, and they didn't get beat they lost 14-49, which isn't that bad considering how good Ohio State is and how much Ohio State likes to run up the score on teams. And this team, and at the end of the day, Marshall has also covered 5 in a row in one push. So I actually like Marshall in this game. As it relates to Rangers and Detroit, I like Detroit plus the 1.5. Rangers have won 4-1 in their last game. They were minus 230 favorites. They were coming off of a loss to Utah, so bounced back in a big way here nicely. They also beat Pittsburgh 6-0, and now they face the very Detroit team that they just beat. It's very, very difficult to beat a team back-to-back games in the professional leagues, and I like Detroit plus the 1.5. At the end of the day, Detroit actually outshot them 32-28, but still happened to lose the game. I'll take Detroit plus the 1.5. Islanders and St. Louis. I like the Islanders here. Islanders beat, I like St. Louis here. Just kidding. So lean on St. Louis. Okay, so lean on St. Louis here. The Islanders beat Colorado 6-2 the last game. They lost their first 2 games, mind you. St. Louis won its first 2 games, beating Seattle and San Jose. Then they lost to Vegas and Minnesota. I think the Blues will be very motivated coming off back-to-back losses here. I think they avoid losing 3 in a row. The Islanders did beat them 4-2 last year too. So now you got the Blues coming off back-to-back losses and a little bit of a revenge and in a dog price. I'm going to take the dog here in St. Louis. Edmonton and Nashville, I like the under there. Edmonton is 1-3, Nashville is 0-3. Edmonton finally beat Philadelphia, but nearly lost again as a minus 200 favorite. Nashville lost 3-7 in its last game to Seattle as a minus 190 favorite. Edmonton won 4-1 last time. These are the games that Nashville gets up for. After Nashville gives up 7 goals, I think the only way to look at this game is the under. I don't trust Edmonton to put together back-to-back great performances on offense, and therefore I like the under. Finally, San Jose, Chicago. I like Chicago on the puck line. San Jose is 0-1-2, and Chicago is 1-2. San Jose lost 2-3 to Dallas as a plus 335 dog, which is impressive. And Dallas was undefeated then and is now. They took this team to overtime. They lost to St. Louis in overtime as well. At some point, this team will bust out. Chicago lost to Calgary 1-3. Chicago has won this game the last 4 times, mind you. I think Chicago puck line makes sense. They are playing hard and have honestly impressed this year so far. And I think San Jose has a huge letdown after that great performance against Dallas. So how many free plays do we have today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Obviously, my favorite selection is the Virginia Tech game. That's my free play. But then the rest were leans. Hope you guys are doing well. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. And I'll see you back here tomorrow. 7-unit daily prop today at 5 o'clock and 7-unit NHL selection today at 7 o'clock. Take care. Bye-bye. Like and subscribe.